Hi everybody, it's Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to LGS. So I just started making this video and I get a phone call. Okay, so as you read in my description, I'm unboxing and trying on my Sephora haul. I did take the Beauty Blender out of the box. Yay, finally, Beauty Blender. Although I did get this one in my tribe box in December, but it's been since December and you should throw them away after 3 months. Just an FYI to my niece. Princess Boo, if you're watching, if your dog chews a tip off of this Beauty Blender, you will be buying me a new one. Just an FYI, I love you, Princess Boo. Okay, yeah, so Tatcha, they have, it's new on Sephora, the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. Everyone, you know, is raving about this. So this little tiny one, it's $25 Canadian, and it's 7 grams. So I wanted to try it out. I do have the e.l.f. one, but I wanted to try out the Tatcha. I also got the Marc Jacobs Iconic Multi-Finish Eye Palette. Now, I think this was, and I thought they were going to send you something with prices on it, but they didn't. But I think this was like $65. Something like that. Okay. They didn't have any, you know when you go on Sephora and you have your points, they had nothing. Nothing, no points there. And I got the Guerlain Paris Natural Glow Foundation, 16-hour wear. And I really wanted to give this a try. I was going to buy the Beauty Blender, but I seen this, and I was like, okay, it was $10. I think it was like $62 or something like that. And this is what it looks like. I thought a brush came with it, but the brush is probably 50 bucks too. This is bougie. This is like really, really bougie. So, you know, like this is not, this don't happen, okay? But I had a $90 gift card for Sephora. So that's how this happened, just so you know. And I usually don't order from Sephora. I don't know how you're supposed to open this. You know what? Maybe I should just get right into putting the primer on my face first. Now, I'm a little bit, you're supposed to, I think I've seen people rubbing it in their fingers and then just getting it warm and putting it on their face. And you know what? It's going to feel like there's not enough primer on my face for me. So I'm just going to do it this way. So, yeah, Sephora. So I was talking to, I went to go make an order on Sunday. And you know when you, that for your points thing, when they have the items there was nothing there. It was all sold out. So, oh, I forgot to add my Beauty Blender. So I had put the order through and I was getting the Beauty Blender foundation. But I forgot to add the Beauty Blender. So then I called right away, like within 50 seconds probably, and asked them if they would cancel the order because I wanted to add on the Beauty Blender. And then because I used my gift card, and I don't think I had the Marc Jacobs or the Guerlain there. It was the Beauty Blender and the Beauty Blender foundation and I don't know, something else. Anyway, so the guy said I'd probably have to wait 5 or 10 minutes before I reordered to get the money go back on my gift card. So then I'm looking and there's nothing there to redeem your points for. Now, believe me, I don't order from Sephora that often. I think last year I ordered one time for Christmas for my niece, I think. So, yeah, but I think I had like 300 points, something like that. So, anyway, the guy says to me that the new add-ons, I don't even know how you open this bottle. Like, I'm having an issue opening this bottle. How do you open this bottle? Open. Okay, so it goes like that. Oh, it's one of these thingies. Am I doing this right? Like, is there a pump or I'm an idiot. Look, there's a pump, everybody. Who knew? Okay, that's good to know. We're just going to go with the one pump on my wrist and see what happens. This is 30 mil, by the way, and again, I think it was $65, $62, something like that. And I'm hoping and praying this is my color. And I just did 2 pumps. So anyways, the guy from Sephora told me that they add on the extra items to redeem your points on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'm like, okay, I think I have way too much of this stuff on. I know I do. So I said, okay, then I'll wait till Tuesday. Tuesday came and like there was nothing there. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll wait until Thursday. So Thursday came and I knew I wanted to get the order in because I wanted a new foundation, right? Ooh, I think I like this. Tuesday came, or Thursday came, and there was nothing, like nothing came. So I put my order in, and then I didn't check Sephora after yesterday afternoon, but then I get up this morning and there's all these new freaking items to add on. And I know you're thinking I always sound angry, but I'm not angry. I think it's just the way I talk. So anyway, I sent a message to Sephora on Facebook Messenger, and I'm like, okay, like, you know, the dude told me come Thursday, they're going to have new items that you can redeem your points for. And I waited, you know, I waited all week. Nothing came out on Tuesday. So they're like, oh, we're so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and then, you know, I got up this morning to this email, right? Now, a friend of mine told me that they did come out with stuff in the afternoon, but I'm like, I ordered it in the morning. And you figure that if they're going to come out with something, it would be in the morning. So anyways, Sephora very kindly gave me 175 points. Yeah, points, right? That's what it's called. So that was nice. So, you know, I'm like, great. I don't know when I'm going to order from Sephora again. Is that like I do this, you know, all the time? You know what I mean? Once a year. So, yeah, anyways. But at least I got 175 points. So hopefully they come up with new stuff. And I did say to them, you know, for the people who have more than 100 or 200 points, like, you know, 7 or 1,000 or 3,000, I said on the message, for those points, I'm like, I've been staring at the same items that were offered forever, and they've been sold out forever, and nothing changes. So, like, can somebody do that, something about that in Canada for the people who do have a lot of points and want to redeem it for something good? Can you please put something new there? Like, it's been out of stock for a very long time. So, that was my Sephora dealings. I'm liking this foundation. Like, it literally looks like it's sinking into my skin. I like that. It's just going right into my pores. It's covering up my red. And was I supposed to make my beauty blender this big when I wet it? You know, it's only the second beauty blender I've ever had. Not a professional. Going across the screen. Not a professional. Yeah, so this week, oh my God, has been crazy. Oh, everyone, happy International Women's Day. Let's celebrate us girls. Woohoo. How has your week been? Oh, my little one. I have 2 daughters. Madison is 8 and Savannah is 11. She'll be 12 in April. Anyway, Madison on Monday was sick. She came down with the stomach bug that I came down with the week before. And then we just got a message from my 11-year-old saying that she was sick. So her daddy has gone to school to go pick her up. But, you know, my babies. Oh my God, are you like me? Do you hate it when your babies get sick? You can't do anything about it, especially that stomach bug. Oh, and the cramps, the stomach cramps are the worst. I just feel like, you know, as a parent, you want to do something, but there's nothing that you can do. It's just got to, you know, take its time and get out of the body. My daughter hates it. My oldest one hates it when I call her my baby. And I'm like, listen, let me tell you something, little girl, okay? You came out of my vagina, like this little thing. You came out of my vagina, and 22 hours later, you decided to come out. So for the rest of your life, I will call you little girl. I'll call you baby. I mean, I'll call you whatever I want to call you because it was 22 hours labor, right? Now, my other daughter, celebrating Women's Day, my other daughter, she was, I believe, 12 days overdue. She was born August 31st, 2010. She was 12 days overdue. Oh, my God. So I was supposed to be induced the next day. It was on a Tuesday, and I was supposed to be induced on a Tuesday. I'm just going in quickly with my Lurid-C, I call it my contour bronzer cream stick. I don't know what it's for. I got it in a box, but that's what I use it for. Yeah, so I was supposed to be induced Tuesday. I think I was going to the hospital at 10 o'clock. Well, lo and behold, come Tuesday morning at 5 o'clock, immediate, like 5 o'clock on the dot, at the same second, my water broke and I got my first labor pain. And it was funny because the night before, my niece and my nephew, they lived upstairs from me at the time. They were downstairs. We were watching a movie and it was over about 1 o'clock and I didn't scrub my floor because you know what it's like. Those last few weeks, you're just cleaning like crazy, right? And I didn't scrub my floor and I wanted to scrub my floor. My husband's like, just go to bed. We'll do it tomorrow before, you know, you have to leave to go to the hospital. We'll get the floor scrubbed. Don't worry about it. I need to put something in my hair. So, of course, my water breaks and my first thought was, but I didn't scrub my floor. So I get up, I start scrubbing my floor, and my husband goes and hops in the shower because my water broke, right? It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Thank God it was in the morning. We call my sister. She lived upstairs to tell her to come down to be with Savannah. My daughter's name's Savannah and Madison. So my sister and my niece, Brittany, came downstairs. So they were there like 10 after 5. Not even. Like immediately. They were just upstairs because my water broke at 5 o'clock. He was in the shower. And some point I had a contraction and I'm scrubbing my floor. Now my sister is like, leave it alone, I'll do it because she's got OCD. I don't, she does. So my husband's having a shower, I had a contraction and then I had another contraction and he's popping his head out of the shower going, oh my God, is that another contraction? We have to go. Like they were less, literally 5 o'clock. By the time 10 after 5 came, they were less than a minute apart. So his mom wanted to come with us, and my niece came with us as well in the truck. We're driving downtown Toronto to go to the hospital, Mount Sinai Hospital. And I lived up in Etobicoke, north. So he calls his mom, and he's like, okay, she's in labor, and if you are not on the street, then we're just driving you by. So we go on his mom's street. We drive down. She's out on the street waiting. She hopped in a car. I literally could have had that baby in that truck. Oh my God. So yeah, we had a truck at the time. Those 2 little seats in the back, but I was in the front. I literally could have had, I swear to God, that baby in that truck. I mean, I was screaming. So we pull up at the hospital. Now it's 5:30 by the time we get to the hospital. And I knew where to go. My mother-in-law went to go, okay, so this is Marc Jacobs thingy. I don't know what this thingy is for. If anybody knows why this is on the Marc Jacobs thingy, let me know. Oh, no. Look. It's smashed. The silvery thing is all smashed. Well, that's not good. Okay. I guess I'll be taking that to Sephora tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to Sephora today. I'm going to MAC, actually, to get the new eyeshadow palette. So, yeah, by the way, I just washed all my brushes, and this is all I have left. So, we're going to do the best I can. Anyway, we get to the hospital, and, oh my God, I don't even know what I'm doing with this eyeshadow palette. Like, I have no idea what to do here. Don't know if they're my colors, and it got smashed. That's horrible. All right, then. Okay, so I'm just putting this, what I thought was brown, but it's kind of coming out like purple on my eyes. She gets in the truck, get in the hospital. It's 5:30 on the dot. I tell her where to go. We go upstairs to the, birthing department. And the nurse is there, the triage, and she's like, okay, what can I do for you? And I'm like, I'm about to give birth. And she laughed at me. She's like, no, I don't think so. Everyone says that. Just lie down. You're okay. You're probably not even dilated, right? And I'm looking at her going, no, seriously, I'm about to give birth. And she still laughed at me. So she's like, well, lie on the bed and let me check and see if, how many centimeters you're dilated. So I rip off my clothes. I had this little sundress on. It's August. Like, I literally took off every stitch of clothes I had. By this time, my husband was back up in the room because he parked a car while we went into the hospital. So I take off my clothes. I'm naked lying on the bed. My husband walks in the room and he's like, okay, why does she have her clothes off? And my niece and my mother-in-law are like, I don't know. The nurse goes and checks and she puts her head up and she's like, oh my God, you're right. Yeah, you're ready. Yeah, that baby is coming right now. I can see the head. So then she asked me if I can walk with a baby right there, like coming right out, if I can walk down to the room where I'm supposed to give birth. Like, just, you know, just, all right, just walk down the hall. Don't worry about the baby that's coming out of your vagina. Just walk down the hall. And my husband, he's a firefighter, and he looked at her, he goes, walk? This bed is on wheels. We're rolling her down. So he did something with the legs of the bed, and he's like, tell me where to go. So as he's pushing, she's running and screaming, help, help, we need a doctor. So the doctor runs out. They throw me in this room. The doctor is sitting in front of me, okay? So this is like 3 minutes in now, the doctor's sitting in front of me. There's all these nurses around, and my niece, who's 13 at the time, 12 or 13, and my mother-in-law. Like, everyone's in the room. Everyone just followed, right? So, yeah, the doctor looks at me and says, by the way, what's your name? And I'm like, really? So they tell him my name, and then he asks if someone can turn on the lights. Like, no one turned on the lights. It was nuts. Anyway, we got to the hospital at 5:30, 5:47, Madison was born. Oh my God, it was crazy. But seriously, that nurse though, laughing at me, and I'm like, I'm gonna push, the baby's coming out of me. And she laughed at me. It was funny. And then her face, oh, I swear to God, I'll never forget her face when she looked up. Like, the look of shock on her face was like, oh, yeah, you're gonna give birth like right now. I don't know what I'm doing with this eyeshadow here. It's got me all confused now where that part is all cracked. I think I'm going to go in with the purple here a little bit. Maybe put it on my outer edge of my eyes here. But I got to tell you, it feels like I have no foundation on my face whatsoever. Like, I didn't know if I was going to like this foundation. I'm like, you know what? I'll get it. It's expensive. And if I don't like it, I'll bring it back and say I don't like it. You know, Sephora's good like that. But I really like it. So far, it feels like I have nothing on my face. That's what it feels like. So I'm just putting the purple just a little bit right here in my eye. So yeah, that's my giving birth story of Madison. Oh my God, literally, like it was 47 minutes. 47 minutes. And I didn't get any time to have drugs. I remember rolling over at one point and the doctor was telling me to push. And I'm screaming, going, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, there was no time for anything. Oh, my God. And I wasn't quiet. You know, you hear stories of women who are quiet in a birthing room. I wasn't quiet. No, I wasn't quiet. My first daughter, 22 hours in labor, I got the epidural. And I think we got to the hospital at 7 in the morning. 7 in the morning, it was Saturday morning, 7 o'clock, we got to the hospital, and I got my epidural about 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. But the guy who put the epidural in, put it in on a nerve. So one side of my body was frozen, and the other side was on fire. And I don't know, it's like my husband and him, they kind of locked heads or something like that, because he told my husband to look away. My husband's like, it's okay, I'm a firefighter, I'm used to it. And he goes, oh, well, I've seen bigger men fall, which kind of pushed my husband's buttons, you know, the whole ego man thing. But he put it in wrong, and he wouldn't come back. So they gave me this button to push whenever I felt pain, which was the whole time. I was swollen up, oh my God, so bad. My feet and my legs were swollen so bad. So I had to wait. He wouldn't come back. Like, the nurses kept on buzzing him, and he would not come back. So I had to wait until the hospital did the turnover at 7 o'clock that night. And the new guy came in that started the shift. He came in, 2 seconds, boom, boom, done. I felt nothing. But I was so full of the epidural by then. Oh my God, when I had that baby, my feet were that big. It was crazy. So yeah, she finally came out. And isn't it funny, like, when Savannah was born, I swear to God, he put her up and her eyes were open and she was like looking around. And she's a firstborn. She's very serious. You know, she's never wants to get in trouble. All I have to do is go 1, 2, 3 and she'll stop. You know, she listens. She'll stop what she's doing. Now, Madison, on the other hand, that child came into this world doing whatever she wanted. And that's who she is. Just, I don't care. You don't worry me. I'm going to do whatever I want when I want. And that's that, you know? It's so funny how you can have two children, same DNA, and be completely different. Savannah's tall and blonde, and Madison, I pray to God, is not going to be like me, short. But she's got like brown hair with blonde highlights in the summer and beautiful blue eyes. And Savannah has big green eyes. So it's, and their personalities are so different. But yeah, that's my birthing story. Please comment down below, for the ladies who do have children, what your birthing stories were like. What was your child birthing stories like? You know, did you make it to the hospital? Did you have your kid on the highway? You know, luckily for me, if it was 5 o'clock in the morning, because if it was in the evening, I would have had my baby on the highway, the Gardner, going down in Toronto. Seriously. I can't even do anything with this. I was wanting to put on this silvery eyeshadow here, but I can't even do anything with this. Well, I'll put a little bit on my brush, but obviously I'm going to be bringing this palette back to Sephora. And I don't know. It's a nice palette. I just don't know if, I mean, the colors are pigmented, they're blendable. I just don't think that it's something I'm going to use often. That is for sure. Right, I'm making a mess out of my eyes. What do you think? Yeah, I don't think it's something that I'd use often. So, that is my Sephora haul. I'm going to end this video here because my time is running out. And yeah, I'm going to put this back in the box and bring this back to Sephora. It came broken. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, happy International Day for Women. I hope you're getting spoiled. Please comment down below about your child's birth stories. If you do not have children, tell me about your cats, tell me about your dogs. Tell me something that you love about yourself. Let's empower each other and make each other stronger and just love each other and be good to each other. And don't forget to please like my video and hit that subscribe button and that notification